Victor Wembanyama was the #1 pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, and fittingly, he's leading the class in the box score this season. He's averaging 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. But Brandon Miller is having a slightly more modest third season. He's averaging 19, 4, and 3 for the Hornets on slightly below average efficiency. Then the fourth pick, Amen Thompson, is having a pretty solid year for the Rockets, all things considered. His averages of 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists ranks third overall in this draft class. Now, if we bring in the average production curve, you can see who's overperforming and who's underperforming relative to where they were drafted. Obviously, Keyonte George stands out as the biggest overachiever. He's having a breakout season for the Jazz, averaging nearly 24 points and 7 assists per game, which leads the class. Some of the other big overachievers relative to where they were drafted, Jaime Jaquez, who was the 18th pick, he's putting up about 16, 5, and 5 for the Heat. And then all the way down to the 52nd pick, Toumani Camara for the Trailblazers. In terms of minutes played per game, he's third from this draft class, and he's averaging about 13 points and 5 rebounds. But the players to the left of the curve have been less productive than the average player where they were drafted. So obviously Scoot Henderson, the other Trailblazer, stands out here. He was the third pick in the draft, but he's been injured to start the season. And then Jalen Hood-Schifino and Dariq Whitehead are the only other first-round draft picks who haven't played at all this year, as Kobe Bufkin made his season debut on Tuesday. Amongst players who have seen the court, though, Jet Howard is probably the biggest underachiever as the 11th pick, averaging just 4.5 points per game for the Magic. Finally, we can reorder the players from this draft class based on their stats from this season so far. So the other players in the top 10 who we haven't mentioned yet are Anthony Black, also of the Magic, who was the 6th pick in the draft, is also 6th in the box score stats, averaging nearly 16 points per game. Asar Thompson of the Pistons is 8th, although he's 3rd in rebounds, averaging nearly 6 a game. And then Brandon Podziemski for the Warriors is 9th. He's shooting over 40% from 3 this season. And then finally, Noah Clowney for the Brooklyn Nets is 10th, and he was the 21st pick in the draft originally. So who do you think is overrated and who's underrated by the box score stats from this draft class?